Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered cast from the South Korean scene. Once again, a very interesting engagement on the 4 spawning location map, and I almost thought that this is Bisu, but it's not him, as Bisu has 14 barcodes. This one actually 15 barcodes, so I still don't know who this pro gamer is. Perhaps you guys know it, and let me know in the comment section. So yeah, spawning here in the low right, in the teal, it is this mysterious barcode, Protoss, but his opponent, of course, very much known to us. Given that fact that we're closing towards the 100 replay cast, for him it is of course Flash, with spawning here in the lower left as the white Terran. So yeah, 4 spawning location once again a Terran versus Protoss. Let's have a look exactly what's going to happen here, what exactly the build orders are going to be, as we see perhaps a small move out here by the Protoss indeed with his pylon. So very close towards his base, no intentions by him yet to go for a fast expansion build order. He might continue very soon with a gateway. We see the supply depot here for Flash, always leaving a small gap here, so perhaps there is some sort of a SimCity build order here for Flash. Quite interesting to leave some space for the SCV, perhaps to micro them out of danger in case there would be an early harassment, or in case there would be a drop with some river, always leaving a space here to move out, as he's also adding his barracks. Once again, very far out, very close towards his expansion point. Let's see exactly what his plans are as the Protoss continues here with his gateway, and at the same time he's moving out with his probe to scout the map. And very soon, I believe at around the 1 minute and 50 second mark, Flash might also try to move out very soon with his first scouting SCVs. Yes, indeed, there it is. So yeah, both players pretty much at the same strategy here. No intentions to go for fast expansion build orders. We also see another pylon. I'm pretty sure that the Protoss is going to continue with his gas and with his cybernetics core very soon. So yeah, the pretty standard build order here by both players, just like we've seen in previous replays here onto this channel. Let's have a look exactly what is going to happen. Is it going to be perhaps once again a Dragoon build order, very likely of course by the Protoss, but is he also going to continue with a robotics facility bay versus his opponent to harass the mineral line with some reavers, with some zealots? Could of course be the possibility here for him, as Flash also taking his expansion. So very early expansion here by him, secured by a barracks. Very soon he's going to very likely continue with a bunker into this location, and also a supply depot here, just in order to have a wall of versus the opponent. Actually, the first zealot is getting sent out here by the Protoss, so quite early harassment here by him. This could be actually really deadly, as even a probe is going to back this up. Very soon the Marines might be in trouble. Let's see how Flash is going to out micro this, and the Marine pretty much exposed. He has to be microed here in between the buildings. So very nice SimCity build order here by the Terran, as the Zealot is now getting trapped. One SCV taking quite some damage, is being taken out. The Zealot also taking here some damage. A great block here forward. Another SCV might get killed very soon, but the Zealot drops first, as now the probe is chasing this SCV away. So quite a early harassment here by both. Actually by the Protoss, almost taking out a SCV, but a Zealot has been traded for an SCV, so in the end Flash coming here forward with an advantage, as he's also mining now some gas. Let's see some probes, interesting enough, chasing an SCV away, 3 of them, so quite some perhaps a mistake here by the Protoss. Very aggressive in it. I believe he was busy microing this Zealot out of danger, but very soon the bunker is about to get finished. The probe has been taken out, and there's the bunker being finished, and with that I believe the harassment has pretty much been taken care of here by Flash. So Flash nicely reacting. 2 Zealots have been taken out. Very good defense here by him. I believe he did lose one SCV, I believe it was perhaps 2. No, this SCV actually has been saved by him, so very good stuff here by him, as he's just scouting out the map. And I believe the SCV right here could be sniped, as a second Dragoon is now moving out here for the Protoss, very ready to engage and even block a little bit the SCV. So with that I believe the Dragoon should be able to take care of this SCV. 2 SCVs have been now taken out by Flash, as the Protoss very aggressively early on moving forward towards the base from Flash. But yeah, Flash looks like he's pretty much going to secure this. His factory is also getting produced. We also have another building here, a very early engineering bay here by him, so perhaps he knows his opponent. He knows there could be a robotics facility bay by the Protoss, reacting very immediately with his engineering bay in order to have turrets ready, and also the range upgrade is going to be ready very soon. There is the robotics facility bay at around the 5-minute mark, and we also have an armory here for the Terran to give him good upgrades towards his mech units. And yeah, the harassment is continuing here a little bit, but Flash being ready for that with 2 SCVs, as we have siege ability, and the first tank is also ready. And I believe this ledge right here would of course be a great advantage for the Terran in order to give good splash damage towards the lower terrain units. And yeah, let's just see what the next steps are going to be here. We have the robotics facility bay almost getting finished worker wise, both of them pretty much at the same worker amount, but Flash leading with 5 SCVs versus the opponent, and immediately putting down another turret, also taking his second gas here, very, very important, as the tank should be able to deal some damage towards the dragoons. And siege ability is going to be finished very soon, but the Protoss still insists here on dealing some damage. Once again, the tank should be ready to engage very soon. And weapons 1 is actually getting also started here by Flash, but yeah, with that Flash with the splash damage, it's going to be able to fend off this attack. So a very good harassment early on. However, the early game from the Protoss not really paying off, as the 2 zealots have been killed. And yeah, the engineering bay giving good information here for Flash, as the observatory is also getting done here. We have 2 more gateways here for the Protoss, actually 3 of them, and we don't see any shuttle gameplay here by him. He's actually going straight in towards those observers, so this could be straight a transition into some gateway units, mass gateway units for him very, very soon. Let's see how the game is going to continue, as another factory has been added here by Flash, and another turret of course to give protection towards the buildings here. See another turret right here, and even one into the main. Very good stuff by him. And like I told you, he has also started weapons 1 upgrade for his tanks. The Protoss seems to be going for another expansion here very soon. Quite an interesting game by him. There's still no shuttle getting produced here by him, only observers. The one observer is actually being taken out, as the Dragoons interestingly enough decide to go back here for the Protoss. Perhaps he's also expecting a dropship harassment by the Terran by Flash, but for such thing, of course, the one observer right here is going to be giving good information. Going to see the placement of the turrets. 4 more factories actually getting added here by Flash, so very soon he's going to be at 6 factories, going very, very heavily into those tanks. And very soon I'm pretty sure he's going to continue with some vultures. The observer nicely seeing this, and with that I believe, yeah, he just took this expansion right here. Let's see what he is going to be doing, as I believe Flash is going to very likely try to move out with a timing push with his tanks, with his vultures. Speed is getting done, the mines are getting also done here for the units, as we see some zealots getting produced, and Citadel of the Dune, of course a much needed building to give speed towards your zealots. Yeah, with that the Protoss even moving out here, securing the expansion point from the Terran, as this one tank's actually attacking his own barracks, his own bunker right here, I believe, to give more space towards the units to move out. So yeah, let's see what the next steps are going to be. Even another turret in this location. Interesting enough, the Protoss actually deciding here to attack. Quite risky move out against so many tanks that are being sieged up. I believe he's just going to try to buy some time to not allow Flash to take his expansion point right here. And yeah, really, really interesting stuff, as we do have of course speed and weapons 1 getting started here for the Protoss. And let's have a look if Flash is indeed going to be taking this expansion right here, or is he going to move out with a timing push here versus his opponent. So weapons 1 is about to get finished, armory also getting finished very, very soon. The barracks are out, the vultures also moving out here for him. And let's see if there is some defenses here into this location. The Protoss finally realizing this, immediately moving back with his dragoons, but those vultures are really, really fast, and only 2 dragoons here to defend. Flash could just pretty much bypass this and go straight for the mineral line for his opponent. There are some mines getting laid here by the Terran, as he's trying to gain more and more of a map control here. And once again he's moving out with his units, this time however to secure the expansion point, not deciding to move out. The observer nicely seeing everything, and now finally the Goliaths will be able to take it out, as Flash deciding to be more cautious here, going for his expansion is going to secure it. And there we have the Protoss also securing his other expansion point, even one cannon of course to have defenses versus the moving out of vultures. And yeah, we have turned into a nice game here at the 10-minute mark. Very nice macro game indeed by both players. More supply here for the Protoss, as Flash is just pretty much mining all of those expansion points just to have more vision and more control of the map. So pretty good stuff by him. And let's see who's going to be the one attacking first. I believe it's going to be really hard for the Protoss to attack here versus so many mines, so many tanks. And yeah, the waiting game continues here, of course, a little bit. Some vultures actually moving out here for Flash in order to take out the zealots and some lone dragoons here. More units are getting added here, but this choke point pretty much working against the Protoss right here, as some mines can be laid down. So let's see what the reaction from Flash is going to be. Just going to hold his ground right here, just sniping unit after unit. So quite an interesting move by the Protoss, but yeah, he's just lost some units there, as Flash just pretty much going to continue here to place some mines just to secure the zone right here. And yeah, let's have a look what the next steps are going to be. I believe that Protoss is going to try to take this base right here, but in the meantime, Flash still on the defense, still holding his position here with his tanks, also at the same time producing more and more units at home, more and more vultures, and a second armory actually here for him, as we also have the Psionic Storms getting developed here by the Protoss. And in the meantime, another expansion is going to be taken here by the Protoss. So Flash still patrolling the map, still throwing those vultures into the middle of the map. Speed has not been done here for the shuttle, as we do have 4 High-tempest however here into this shuttle. So this can be very deadly, given the fact that finally Flash reacting. Of course, he knows that Psionic Storm could be a possibility here for the Protoss, as he's spreading nicely his tanks here, so making it even more harder here for the Protoss to attack. But the Protoss could also bypass this and just drop those High-tempest straight towards the SCV line. Let's see if this is going to be his tactics, as also some units can be dropped here straight into the back just to deal damage towards the SCVs. So quite an interesting strategic gameplay here by both players, as the Protoss is slowly but steadily closing here forward towards the expansion point from the Terran. Let's see, one Dragoon already taking some damage. Both of them will be taking damage very soon. The Dragoons are very far out in the front. Of course, the Zealots should be there, and perhaps the Protoss is waiting for more upgrades, currently at only 1 weapons upgrade here for him. Let's have a look at the tanks from Flash. 1 upgrades, but remember, he had a second armory, so his other upgrades are going to be ready very soon. There it is, double armory here for him. Very good upgrades in the end. The Vulture still moving out onto the map, still placing more and more mines, as the Protoss has to clear, of course, the way. But in the end, he will be taking some damage, so those Vultures doing a very good job here for him. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Still a static defense here for the Terran, not deciding to move out, just moving out with his Vultures. So many Vultures for him. Some High-tempest could be sniped here, so the Protoss needs to be careful. And perhaps he is going to be going into a speed shuttle, as we have 50 more energy for the Terrans, sorry, for the Templars getting done here. So yeah, still an interesting game, still anyone's game, of course, as the Protoss also keeps on expanding. Also, interesting enough, moving out here with his Dragoons, but he might get intercepted very soon with the Vultures. However, Dragoons are really strong versus the Vultures, but in the end, so many Vultures here, and so many Dragoons have been hurt early on, as we also see a movement out here by the Protoss. Perhaps is going to try to somehow catch those Vultures, to surround them somehow, but there are some mines here. Flash nicely reacting, as the Dragoons are still fighting from the high ground. And we also have a movement here by the Terran, as is going to secure another expansion point here in the left part. So yeah, the Protoss pretty much getting maxed out. The Dragoons finally have been taken out in the middle of the map. Some damage is going to be taken here by the Zealots. So very impatient gameplay here by the Protoss, taking some damage out of the mines, and Vulture still on the high ground, being ready to secure the ramp right here. Some mines have to be placed very soon. In comes the attack with the shuttle. Yeah, there are the Vultures ready to respawn. The Zealots are in the front. There are some tanks in the back, as some High-tempest storms will be casted very soon. The Zealots are here ready. Not that many units actually here for him, and finally in comes the drop, but the tanks holding their ground, of course. Lots of splash damage have been taken, and so many tanks have been taken out. So great storms here by the Protoss, but in the end this is going to be held as quite a chaotic scene by the Protoss, as those upgrades also kicking nicely in for the tanks. And it looks like Flash is ready to move out. 2 upgrades for him. More High-tempest storms are getting produced, more shuttles, as the economy from the Protoss is looking really strong, but at the same time we see a strong move out here by Flash with 160, even 170 supply versus the opponent. So sadly here for the Protoss, pretty much a failed attack towards the base right there, as the siege tanks are, some of them are sieged up, others aren't sieged up. Even the Goliaths are fighting here, and High-tempest storms might cast some great storms here versus all of the clumped up together units, and in the end the Protoss is going to GG out now, given the fact that he knows of course that his attempt here to attack to damage the economy from the opponent from Flash has pretty much failed. And yeah, great timing push once again, a very patient gameplay here by Flash, as here of course the mech units with those 2-2 upgrades would have been ready to pretty much obliterate the expansion point and the main production building. So Flash once again ready to spread his units here to inflict damage towards the expansions and then go straight towards the production buildings. Very nice patient gameplay here by him, this time deciding to secure his other expansions, not going for an earlier timing push. Still a very good game by him. Let's check those stats really quick, just in case you guys are interested. I don't know who the Protoss is with, 15 bars right here, but he played really well. What has actually started with a bad early game by him, and interesting enough he decided not to harass the mineral line with Reaver drops, with a Reaver shuttle gameplay. He decided to go into the High-tempest. The High-tempest are really strong versus the tanks, but in the end it was just way too much. The macro game from Flash already kicking in, and of course the unstoppable Terran army on the ground, those tanks, those vultures, and some Goliaths versus the shuttles and observers in the air. So yeah, very good game. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Tommy signing out.